Hello guys, this is Mia. I'm going to tell you a story of my life that still gives me nightmares. Thankfully, my story has a happy ending for me, which is why I could share it here. This story is actually about my sister-in-law, who we will call Lucy. There is also my sweet brother Nate and my husband John. I won't give you a lot of background about us because it is irrelevant. I came from a picture-perfect family until I had announced my pregnancy. Pregnancy announcements are supposed to be happy occasions, but my pregnancy announcement went horribly wrong when someone in the family reacted extremely badly to it. When I announced my pregnancy at a family dinner, everyone was congratulating me, but suddenly there was a shriek, and I looked over to see my sister-in-law Lucy crying and looking at me with hate. I said, "Lucy, why are you crying? What's wrong?" "You have the audacity to ask me what is wrong? How dare you, Mia? How could you do this to me?" "What are you talking about, Lucy? What did I do? I simply announced my pregnancy." I had no freaking idea why Lucy was reacting like that. At first, I thought that she might have been pissed that we announced the pregnancy at a family event. But I had permission from the host and no one was complaining. When she said that she had felt betrayed, I knew it had to be something else. I said, "Lucy, I'm very confused right now. I don't know why you are reacting this way." "Why are you acting like you don't know anything, Mia? You did this intentionally, didn't you? You got pregnant to spite me. You got pregnant before me because you knew I was having trouble conceiving." "What the hell, Lucy? I don't know why you think that way. I had no idea that you were struggling to get pregnant. I did nothing on purpose. John and I were planning a child long back." "Lies. Those are all lies. You just wanted to bear the first grandchild of the family. That should have been me. Now you are stealing that position from me. How could you do this?" I was pretty dumbfounded by what Lucy was saying. Other family members looked equally horrified and didn't know what to say. Nate, my brother, looked very embarrassed, and I could tell that the situation wasn't in his control at all. He told Lucy, "Lucy, why are you behaving this way? It's good news that Mia's pregnant. You should be happy for her. This is not a competition, Lucy." "You are a moron, Nate. You don't understand anything. Your sister did this on purpose. She has always been an attention seeker, parading around her rich boyfriend and now her pregnancy. She is pure evil, and today she has proved it." "I don't know what you are talking about, Lucy. I don't parade anyone or anything around. Also, Nate is right. This is not a competition. You are taking things the wrong way. Nate never told me about your pregnancy struggles. Don't worry, Lucy. I'm sure you will be blessed with a child soon." Apparently, this was the wrong thing to say because that set Lucy off even worse. She started to scream, yell, and cry very loudly. She kept calling me names and even said a few colorful words about John. People around us were absolutely appalled and tried their best to shut her up. Nate was even trying to calm her down while constantly apologizing to us. It was just plain bizarre, and the party broke up early. Nate dragged the crying Lucy home, and we took ourselves home as well. When we returned home, Nate called us. He said, "I'm so sorry about today, guys. I don't know what came over Lucy. We have been struggling to get pregnant, and she has some fertility issues, but we were working through it. I never told you because she didn't want to know. I never even dreamed of her doing this. I'm so sorry for her outburst today." "Nate, I think Lucy needs some serious help for her mental health. What she did today was just plain crazy. I know enough people like these who have become a problem for their families. You need to get her help." "I know, John. I swear I'll do my best. I feel so awful that she turned a great day into a nightmare." "It's okay, Nate, as long as she gets help. We won't hold a grudge, but her outburst was too much for me today. I'm pregnant and hormonal, so this is going to keep affecting me. I think it would be better if I maintain distance from Lucy. You are welcome any time, but please don't bring Lucy around for a while. Nate agreed to all the suggestions John and I had. He also promised to keep Lucy away from me until she gets better or seeks help. Days passed, but Lucy continued to harass me over the phone and text. She sent me the nastiest stuff and called me a variety of monstrous names. It was getting so bad for my mental health, and John took away my phone and blocked her. He even called her to scream at her and tell her to stop being crazy. Nate then forced her to lose my number so that she wouldn't call me. She also got disinvited from family events because no one wanted a crazy woman like her. Lucy stayed away from me for 5 months. When I was about 7 months pregnant, Lucy reached out to apologize. It wasn't a very big apology or even remorseful, but she did agree that she had acted way out of sorts. I accepted her apology, and after talking it over with John and Nate, I allowed her back into my life. Surprisingly, she had changed herself a lot. She genuinely seemed excited about my pregnancy and even helped arrange my baby shower. Everyone was glad that she had finally recognized her wrongs. Well, that wasn't the case, actually. We were all wrong about her. After I gave birth to my beautiful daughter, I didn't let any family member visit me for about a month. Only my mother and mother-in-law were allowed to visit. John and I really wanted some alone time with our daughter so that we could bond better. Everyone agreed with our decision except for Lucy, who was a little pissed. She was just angry, but it didn't give off any red flags. So when my daughter suddenly went missing from her room one day, I didn't expect my sister-in-law to be the kidnapper. Nate actually had keys to my house in case of an emergency. That morning he couldn't find the keys and saw that Lucy was missing from their home as well. He had come to me to comfort me while I went mad overthinking where my daughter was. I can't begin to tell you how I was feeling, so I won't try. I was inconsolable, and Nate was coming to give me and John support. It was during this time he realized what may have happened. He said, "I think I know who took your daughter, guys. This has to be a freaking nightmare. God, I should have seen this coming. Nate, you know where my daughter is? Tell me right now." "Nate, you need to tell us what you know, even if you are not sure. We need something, anything right now to follow up on." Nate was silent for a while and kept his head down. I was waiting for him to tell me the name of the person he suspected to be the kidnapper. In my heart, I had a feeling who it might be. I really didn't want that to be true. I didn't want to believe that someone close to me did something so horrible. But Nate's shaky words confirmed my worst fears. He said, "I think it might be Lucy. She had been acting a little off for a while. Remember how she was obsessed with your pregnancy?" "Yes, but she seemed to have stopped following up on my child's birth. I thought she let go of her hard feelings." "Well, no, she'd been talking about some stuff. She had been saying that she would soon be a mother. At first I thought that she was pregnant, but she said that she was not. When I pressed her for more, she finally confessed that she would try and have your daughter call her mom." "What the hell, Nate? She really said that?" "Yes, Mia. I am so sorry. I told her that she was being delusional. I even tried to make her understand how entitled and crazy she was being, but she simply kept telling me that she deserved to be the first mother in our family from our generation. I thought she would demand my niece to call her mom or something, but I didn't think she would go this far. I guess we triggered her badly when we didn't allow anyone to see the baby after the birth. She may have thought that we were being hard on her and trying to take her child away. This doesn't sound good, guys. I am now even more afraid than before. Lucy sounds unhinged. We need to get in touch with her and see if what we suspect is true." We decided that I and Nate would call the cops while John would reach out to the cops and his seniors for help. I was overcome with anxiety and paranoia, but managed. There was also anger boiling inside me. I called Lucy in a rage and waited for her to take my call. When she didn't pick up, I immediately knew that she had taken my child. Nate then gave me his phone so that I could try from his number. He was sure that Lucy would pick up his call, and he was right. Lucy answered in her sweet voice, which instantly made me feel sick. I almost shouted at her. "Where the hell is my daughter, Lucy? Before you lie about it, let me tell you something. I know that you have my baby." "Congratulations on finding out, Mia. Yes, I do have the baby, but she is not your baby. She is my daughter now." "Don't be a freaking psycho, Lucy. Return my child right now. Believe me, I am not in the mood for your crazy antics. I will ruin your life if you don't give me my child back." "Stop saying that it's your child. I'm telling you that she's mine. She is my baby. I will never give you my baby. You will never see her again. If you know what's good for you, Lucy, you will come back with my daughter right now. Why are you even doing this? This is just plain insane." "You think I'm insane? How would you feel if someone stole your chance to have the first grandchild? You were not even 30 and had a daughter while I had been trying for months. There is no way I will allow you to just steal my happiness like that." I was starting to lose my damn mind and getting super agitated. I was scared for my poor daughter because a literal psycho had kidnapped her. Meanwhile, my husband was already on call, getting help from friends before involving the cops. My brother Nate was beside me and looked like he was about to die of shame and anger. He joined the call and said, "Lucy, what is wrong with you? You need to bring our niece back right now. This is not how you should be acting." "Nate, this is our child. We will be her parents. I know you need some time to adjust to this fact. I will give you time. You will soon realize that this child was sent for us. We should be her parents since we are older than your witch sister." "Lucy, you are not thinking straight. Please, for God's sake, come back right now. Tell me where you are and I will come and get you." No, Nate. I know you are still taking your evil sister's side. You are at her place and supporting her. I cannot tell you where I am. I need to protect myself and our baby. Once you are ready to become a parent, I will tell you where I am. Even Nate couldn't get through to Lucy. She was truly acting like a crazy woman. I was going mad with worry and rage. I wanted to break something badly. My health was already messed up and all this stress made me weak. Still, I wanted to strangle Lucy with my bare hands. I knew that she wouldn't let up where she was. She wouldn't even tell Nate, who was trying his best to make Lucy bring my daughter back. After some time, I thought enough was enough. I was going to give her the final warning before going nuclear. I said, "I have had enough of your nonsense, Lucy. This is your final warning. Tell me where you are or come back with my child. You still have a chance to do what's right." "Oh, frick off, Mia. You are not getting my child. She is mine. I'm not afraid of you. A witch like you cannot make me give up my baby." "Lucy, this is not going to turn out well for you. I gave you a warning, but you didn't listen. I will now get the cops involved. You will suffer for kidnapping my child." "The cops can do nothing, Mia. By the time they move their butts, I will be in a place where you will never find me." This is another thing that Lucy was totally wrong about. She had no idea that my husband John was working in the FBI. He never liked to talk about his job, and I don't know most of it anyway. So I used to just tell people that he works at a government agency. Some people could figure it out, while others couldn't. Lucy seemed to not know how fast my husband would find her. In fact, he had already set things into motion and was tracking Lucy. He made a lot of calls and informed me that the cops were trying to track her. Police patrol cars in and around our city were also on alert and looking for her car. When I called Lucy, I could tell that she was driving. It was nerve-wracking to think what would happen when a careless woman like Lucy was driving a car, speaking on the phone, and having my child with her. I thought I was going to faint from stress. Lucy was going to pay for everything. I was crying hard the whole time while my brother comforted me. My husband was busy trying to get hold of the horrible woman who stole my child. We did file a police report, and the cops were on it fast because of my husband's job position. By the end of 2 hours, Lucy had been stopped and detained at a traffic stop about 3 hours away. She tried to pass off my child as her own daughter, but they had ample proof to arrest her. Back at the police station, we were anxiously waiting to have my baby back. When the cop car pulled in and they brought out my baby, I ran to her and took her in my arms. I cried for a long time while John held me and had tears in his eyes as well. Meanwhile, Nate was going off on Lucy and telling her what a mess she had made. I was so angry that I turned to her and said, "I will make you pay for this, Lucy. You think you would get away with kidnapping my child? I will drag you through hell." "You won't be able to do anything. She's my daughter. The courts will listen to me." "Officers, why are you not listening to me? I'm telling you that this is my daughter. Mia is trying to steal her from me because she's jealous of me." "I think we will believe the person who has proof. Ma'am, here is proof of that. This is her child. Plus, I would rather listen to someone in the FBI than a child stealer like you." "What? What are you talking about?" "What the officers here are saying is that my husband, John, is with the FBI. How do you think we caught you so fast? You think you could get away with this, Lucy? You might want to rethink that." At this point, Lucy suddenly looked scared, so she wasn't crazy after all. She knew that there was no way she could fake evidence of my daughter being hers. John would find out immediately and land her in more trouble. She realized that what she did was actually going to land her in jail. She was nervous and looked at John, who said, "That's right, Lucy. We had warned you multiple times not to mess with us. Instead of listening to us, you tried to kidnap my daughter. You have no idea how bad you have messed up. We will pursue the case, and I will do everything possible to get you the highest punishment possible." "No, you can't do that to me. I'm family. You don't get to put your family in jail." "Oh, you are so wrong about that, Lucy. You are no family to us. Someone who tries to steal our daughter is definitely not our family. You are nothing but a waste of space. John is right. You are going down, straight to jail." "Nate, look at what your horrible sister is saying. She and John are threatening to send me to jail, all because I wanted to be a mom to a daughter who should have been mine. Why are you not telling them to freak off?" Nate was silent when we were speaking. He was my brother, so I know what he was trying to do. He was in deep thought and making decisions for himself in a calm mind. He looked really pissed off and said to Lucy, "You have some nerve asking me to defend you? You think I will support you after you tried to run off with my niece?" "Stop calling her your niece, Nate. She's our child. If you just accept it and support me, your sister will grow up and have some sense. She is committing a sin by separating a mother from her child. Your sister is being cruel. You need to protect your wife and daughter from her." "Shut up, Lucy. Enough is enough. For 5 freaking years I put up with your craziness because I loved you. I tried to talk to you and get you to therapy after Mia got pregnant. You rejected all my pleas to get help. You don't get to make demands from me anymore." "Why are you being like this, Nate? I'm your wife. You can't let your crazy sister send me to jail. You need to protect me." This is when Nate took a deep breath and turned into stone. I knew what was coming. I could see it in his eyes and was going to support him completely. Nate was about to change his and Lucy's life. The color drained from Lucy's face when he said, "You won't be my wife anymore. I will be divorcing you." "What? No, you're lying. You love me. You'll never leave me. You are wrong, Lucy. I did love you, but your behavior has slowly destroyed whatever feelings I had for you. This marriage is over for me now. I won't allow a monster like you to be in my and my family's life anymore. No, no, you can't say that. You can't leave me. We have a baby to raise. There is no baby, Lucy. The baby is my sister's and not ours. There will be no baby for us since I will be filing for divorce tomorrow. I am done. After Nate said that, a lot of things happened. First, Lucy went into shock and didn't say anything. She blankly stared at Nate with tears falling down her eyes. But then she broke out into a sob and started to bawl. She was begging Nate not to abandon her. She told him that he was making a mistake supporting me. Then, out of the blue, she just turned around and lunged at me. Thankfully, John shielded me and the cops tased her. It was clear that she needed to be in jail or a psych ward. We were all pretty bothered by what happened and left shortly after. After going home, John and I decided to let Nate come and stay with us. We didn't know if Lucy could get bail, and we didn't want Nate to be alone in such a bad time. We knew that he was feeling very guilty and blaming himself for what happened. We didn't want that because we knew how much Nate loved us and our daughter. He did try his best to protect us from his wife. When Nate came over, he was already crying. He said, "I'm so sorry, guys. I should have done more. I feel so guilty. My only relief is that your daughter is safe and sound." Nate, you don't need to go around blaming yourself. Your wife is freaking crazy. You had nothing to do with this. We know you tried your best. Nate, I don't want you to think horrible things about yourself. You have made the right decision to divorce Lucy. We thought that it would be better if you stayed with us till everything has been finalized. I will have someone at home with me, and you will get to spend time with your new niece. Really? You guys still want me around your child even after everything? Yes, Nate. You are family, and like we said, you are not responsible for what Lucy did. Our conversation was followed by a lot of tears, but the ending was great. Nate agreed to move in with us, and we decided to go for family therapy. Nate was a mess, and I knew he needed it more than anyone. He was determined to get rid of Lucy and immediately file for divorce the next day. Since we live in a at-fault state, Lucy's arrest made it easy to get a divorce. She did throw tantrums from the holding facility where she had been placed, but the judge granted them to divorce and everything was finalized after 6 months. Now, I will give you some details about what happened to Lucy. Well, we did move forward with a kidnapping case. She was evaluated for mental disorders and they found quite a few. She will be in a mental health facility for a while now. Me and my family got restraining orders against her, and we actually plan to keep renewing it as long as we can. Lucy did end up getting a jail sentence as well, so she will be away for a while. Things are slowly getting back to normal, and we are doing much better now. I don't have to constantly look over my shoulder or panic after my daughter. I guess therapy helped me a lot with that. Nate is also slowly recovering and is seeing someone new. However, he is taking things slow so that we don't have a repeat of what happened to us in the past. Pray for us so that we finally find our peace and happiness and live a healthy life forever.